What's going on? Welcome back to Trending Stocks. Today we're going to talk to you about SoundHound. I want to go over some of the data points, break it down on what's really influencing it today, and go over everything else that you need to know. But first, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up, and with that, let's get right to it. So SoundHound is down 2.32%, $20.50 the high, 19.01 is the low. 12.3 million for volume, 90.9 is the average. So as soon as the market did open, it had that spike down. It wasn't just the SoundHound, it was pretty much across the board. But at the same time, in SoundHound's case, the technicals are a little bit more iffy. And what I mean by that, in my video yesterday, I did state that this needed to be really held, this S1, so $20.26. If broken, then this is where you could see some kind of pullback in the short term. Regardless though, SoundHound can always do whatever the hell it wants. It goes up like 10%, then down 5%. It's all over the place. And that's just because big money doesn't necessarily know how to appropriately value any innovative company, such as SoundHound. And so today there was actual news though, so I'm going to bring that up. So they did officially announce the whole Lucid and SoundHound partnership. Brought this up roughly 5 days ago, because not only has SoundHound kind of alluded to this in previous fireside chats, but even in the upcoming CES description, they use saying, hey, step inside a Lucid Air. So I think the writing was on the wall for a while now, just they made it like official. And I think this is good because not only, well, Lucid does so far in 2024 roughly around 9,000 in production, deliveries. So it's not nothing crazy, but it's a good stepping stone. If this is a good partnership, works well with Lucid, then you never know. Tesla could be potentially next, and then that's, I think, the end goal, right? Everyone wants Tesla, and so if SoundHound does again kind of move in the right direction, I think it's just a matter of time before bigger and better things do come down the pipeline. Although there's a lot of individuals that are bearish on SoundHound and can't really see the bigger picture. And it's kind of funny. I just wanted to bring this up because I think this is more of a sentiment a little bit, because SoundHound is a good hybrid stock. I've brought this up in the past. It's an AI play, it's a momentum play, and also in some cases it's a squeeze play. But with the momentum stock, you need a positive sentiment. You need capital to keep on getting in. And I was kind of on YouTube last night, and there was this video that kept getting pushed to me. Regardless, I don't normally look at SoundHound stuff on the YouTube channel that I was looking at. So algorithm was just freely pushing this video to me. And so analyze, not subscribe, 47,000 subscribers right here. SoundHound 3 weeks ago. SoundHound is going to crash hard. Here's why. 44,000 views. So even just the momentum play, having this being pushed to kind of like the masses and retail, that is really going to deter buying and really hurt momentum stocks. So I think a lot of that is just coming together in a negative way, regrettably. But as of right now, shorts are increasing 604,000 shares. 25.56% of the free flow is being shorted. Works out to be 84.13 million shares overall are being shorted. And just first thing, they did increase roughly around 2.8 million. So nothing crazy, but once again, you had them really hitting hard to try to kill any and all momentum, and it kind of did work a little bit, but still, like I've stated in the past, doesn't matter. SoundHound going up like 400 something plus percent. This looks like they are very unfazed. Actually, I think that's a made up word, but you guys get what I'm saying. Like, they have very deep pockets, and it's, yeah. So hopefully with the new SEC transparency rule coming in the first half of 2025, that will be a natural deterrent against shorts. So that could really bring that number down quite a lot. But still, until that does occur, just anticipate a lot of volatility for SoundHound. Currently, with the market open roughly 45 minutes, 52% of all the options being done are bearish in nature, 3.25 million in calls, 1.18 in puts. And of the call options that are being purchased, you see a consensus for it to be roughly around that kind of $22 to $23 range. So little bit more of a recovery still. And then the bears are anticipating for it to be sub consensus is around 19, but you do have this big pocket at 1650. But regardless, I think there is a little bit more downside anticipated overall. So I think that's just due to more of the technical breakdown of everything. But these are all the transactions occurring on the secondary market above $100,000. So you had this string of selling all right here. So that's what brought it down, and a lot of big transactions. So 11.6, 1.02. So ultimately everything that shows as a bid is a sell. So all this really just hit hard. Have some buying happening, but very, very little ultimately. So yeah, I think in general, like I said, for a momentum stock, you need a lot of buying and you need the sentiment to be good. But I think just overall the consensus is that there's going to be a little bit more of a pullback. But right now with at 1948 is trading between this S1 and S2. 1881 is going to be the next strong support, followed by 1647, and then $20.26. 2260 is going to be the next strong resistance / target points. No new analyst ratings, nothing along those lines. And with Q4 essentially locked in now, I'll be monitoring to see if analysts do any changes for the upcoming earnings, like such as to earnings per share, revenue, and stuff like that. So far, there hasn't been any changes. So 6 analysts for that, for the earnings per share, and 6 for the revenue. Revenue went up slightly, so one analyst was a little bit more positive, but went from 33.72 million to 33.73. So very tiny of a change, but I'll continue to monitor that. But aside from all of that, it is just technicals. Technicals are driving up, down, sideways, everything. And right now it is below that ALMA for the second consecutive trading day. So of course not necessarily the best. It does show more of a further consolidation, but still above all the key pivotal moving averages that I like to look at. Stochastic RSI is considered very oversold. So if SoundHound was to put out like a good piece of news, then you could see rush of buying as a byproduct of that, but has to be good news that would most likely result in good revenue. That SoundHound Lucid kind of deal, it talks on how SoundHound is their new Lucid assistant, but doesn't talk on dollar values, how much SoundHound is potentially getting and stuff. So I think that investors need a little bit more information before they can see that as a very good catalyst potentially. But regardless, $14.96 right here, that super trend, that's also a very key point to watch for. I know it might seem a little bit far off with it at 19 and this is at 14, but if it does break below that, then this is where you'll have algorithmic trading really working against SoundHound. So I've brought that up just as a FYI, but yeah, let me know your viewpoint on SoundHound. Are you buying? Are you selling? What are you doing with SoundHound behind the scenes? And are you dabbling with options? For those of you that do really believe in SoundHound and you're going to be buying it regardless, definitely look at selling puts. A little bit more bang for your buck because you do get an extra premium. And if you're going to be buying it regardless, then you might as well do that. So regardless, kind of do your own research on options. I know it's kind of daunting to some individuals, but can be very profitable, both if you're bullish or bearish. So let me know your thoughts on SoundHound. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up. One final thing, pop over to my Patreon where I give buy signals on stocks, options, and crypto. Many of them have been absolute bangers, so pop over there and take a look. With all that said, appreciate all of you watching.